Look at that paint with the sun coming off it, blimey. Yeah, that is nice.
While some vehicles have been to hell and back,
Wowzers.
others have had it easy.
I saw it pull up on the lorry and I thought, blimey, that looks clean. And then the more you look round it, it is immaculate. That is really nice, isn't it? Look at the interior as well. Oh, that's probably why, Phil. 11837. I'm not very good at maths, but that's 11,837, I think, isn't it? Blimey, is that all it's done?
There'll be a lot of interest in a restored 1992 1.6 Peugeot 205 GTI, a one-owner motor that's been garaged for 18 years.
But let's face it, you know, your stereotypical one, what comes in, they've all been used. They're all right, you know, they're all a little bit mediocre, aren't they? You know, every now and then you get one. Yeah. Taking me by surprise just a little bit. It is lovely. Yeah. Dad, have you seen this?
Guess the mileage.
Guess the mileage.
Guess the mileage. Right, okay. Can I look at the seat?
You can have a look at the driver's seat, but don't look at the dashboard. You've got to stay from this angle.
Dave's getting the whiff of an underused car
You can smell it.
that's likely to send the punters into a feeding frenzy.
No more than 15,000.
Oh, you're right, yeah. 11.
11.
11.
So you can, the smell give it away.
Yeah, it's straight away, first thing you can tell.
Yeah. You're not going to find a nicer one, are you?
No. No, it was really, really nice.
The vendor's hoping for upwards of 25 grand.
Everything looks correct and period on the car. So should the wheels. Yeah. I would put 1.6 wheels on it straight away, and I would put a set of mud flaps on it straight away. Try and get the Peugeot mud flaps. Used to have Peugeot 205 in them. I'll try and get them in. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, and really just finish it off. Hang on, it's my bank manager. Can I buy a Peugeot?
Yeah, there you are. It all boils down to a sensible reserve at the end of the day. It must be nearly the lowest mileage one in the UK, surely, and in this condition. No, it's going to be an interesting one, but yeah, no, cause a lot of interest, I'm sure.
A few days ago, a very low mileage Peugeot 205 tipped up.
Clean, isn't it? Well, not clean, but clean.
Now, look what else has landed.
It's 4,000 up. Oh, it is 4,000. I didn't see the last digit. Yeah, 4,987 miles. Nout. Isn't it?
The Volvo 300 series might look as Swedish as meatballs, but its roots lie in the Netherlands when Volvo took over DAF's car-making division in the mid-70s. It was an attempt to break into the compact car market, and early models used DAF's quirky transmission system. Unlike virtually every other car, it was basically propelled by a rubber band. Traditional engines soon took over, peaking with the 2-litre 4-cylinder 360, which was a gateway for many to the tank-like durability that became Volvo's hallmark.
Well, that's a new car, isn't it, really? So that screams 4,000 miles, that, doesn't it? Yeah. All nice and puffed up, not saggy and horrible. It's probably worth 6 and 6.5, but I can see it doing more. By the time we've cleaned it and sort of got it ready, it won't look far adrift. Just daft little bits like that exhaust, look. That'd annoy me if it was mine, because it's not the right colour and it's all rusty and horrible. Just daft stuff like that. If you do them, it'll just finish it, just be lovely.
It's auction day, and they're up and off with some serious selling.
Out of gas, gasoline, whereabouts then? £55.
That's one lot down, just another 800 to go. Next up, the pristine Peugeot GTI, with less than 12,000 miles on the clock.
1992 Peugeot 205 GTI, lot number 630. Wow. These are romping on. Right, here we go then. Rear on south and the word go. 26,000, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29. Loads of interest in it. 29,000, 29. Going then, £29,000. Who's going to fill it up? £29,000. All done then, 29,005, 29,005, 29,005, 30, 30,000, £30,000.
Cheers, thank you. Bye-bye.
30,000, 30,500, 30,500, 31, 31,000. On sale.
Oh, it's lovely. It's down there by the wall. It's beautiful.
On sale and selling, £31,000. Going for the first.
I know it's not worth 30 grand, but it's lovely.
Are you sure you're done? 31, 31.
The low-mileage Peugeot has exceeded everyone's expectations. Now, who's up for a hardly used Volvo?
It's an 1886 Volvo 360 GLT. Now,
I'll just tell you where we're going to start.
massive interest in this car. He bought it new. It's done 4,800 miles, that's all it's done.
Bloody hell.
It smells new and looks new inside. Going then 6,600.
Look, that's 6,800.
6,008, 7,000, £7,000, 7,2, 7,4, 7,004. Smells like a brand new car inside. I can't really, I've got so much interest. 7,600 I'll take. 7,600, 7,600.
Put a bid in for 7,600.
For nothing this car, 7,600.
Is that okay?
Where can you buy a brand new Volvo 360 GLT? 7,600. 7,800. Wrexham.
Right, somebody jumped in now.
Job will be right. 7,800, 8,000. 8,000. Going then, going to submit it, £8,000. £8,000, lovely car. 8,000, submitting for the first. £8,000.
£8,000 with us.
For the second. Third and last time, provisionally, £8,000. Alan, goodbye, well done.
£8,000, it's yours, you've got it.
Lot number 309.
Okay, the office will be in touch. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, thanks, bye.
The 360 isn't going far. A Volvo specialist garage in York has snapped it up.
I think I've only put 50 miles on it, but it will get used.
The ultra-low mileage Peugeot that was sold with 11,800 miles on the clock is still being pampered.
It's not like it's going to be a daily driver, it's just going to be high days and holidays kind of thing. It'll never see rain, that's for sure.
Even in Newcastle?
Yep, even in Newcastle, it's the only water it's going to see is for the radiator and the washer bottle, and that's it.
This is the second Peugeot 205 GTI that Tony Sayers has owned.
Mine was red, exactly the same spec. Sunroof, red, 1600, perfect. Well, 30 years after I sold the other one, I saw that one come up on Mathewson's website. They seemed to think it was a cracker, and I went down and had a look, and they weren't wrong. It was a case I had to have it. I'd always said if I could find one that was a good condition one, I'd have another one, and I couldn't believe it when that came up. I left £35,000, hoping nobody would go anywhere near it. But unfortunately, somebody else was of the view that they had to have it, and they must have left 30 and a half, something like that. So it cost me 31. But I'm not bothered. It's a brand new car to all intents and purposes, and I love it a bit. It's obviously been garaged, because particularly with the reds, they sit out in the sun, they fade eventually. But that one hasn't faded at all, so it has been kept under cover, which has it's done it a lot of favours. Oh, they're very good to drive. They're quite quick, well, they were quick in the day, and they're still not a slow car, and they handle very, very well. I think that's why a lot of boys used to rally them and things like that, because they're quite good on cornering and things like that. It's just a joy to drive, really. Somewhere around 8.5 seconds to 60, which was quick back in the day, but it's not slow now, so it's, you know, you can keep up with anything on the roads. It's just a lovely thing to own, to drive. There's the memories as well, you know, happy days. But yeah, That one's going to stay with me for a long time and just drive around with a smile on my face until they take my licence off me. That's the second best car I've ever bought.
Which was the first?
Peugeot 205 GTI. Need I say more?